Hey, don't even worry, dude. We've all been there. The buddy asks to go for a ride and he's like, yeah, it'll only be a couple miles, just around the block, you're fine. So you decide not to eat anything or don't bring any snacks. You know, the ride ends up being a couple hours. And so you're 3 hours deep and your stomach starts rumbling. Or maybe you just didn't bring a drink. Well, don't you worry, because in this video, I'm gonna show you some of the best snacks that I take to almost all of my rideouts to ensure that I and my buddies never go hungry. And after these snacks, I'm even gonna be attempting to eat a full meal on just my EUC. We'll definitely see how that goes. Hopefully nothing wrong happens. Hey! Let's go! Alright, so first up is easily probably my favorite. Literally just an assorted bag of nuts with yogurt covered raisins. They're so great because what I do is I'm in an area that uses Kroger, and so I'll get their honey roasted mixed nut container, and then they also have these, like I said, yogurt coated flavored covered raisins. I don't remember the name of it, but it's not technically yogurt. On your left. The problem with recording in the evening and trying to record a food video in the evening is that there's just so many bugs. And honestly, any mix of these, I hope this meets back up. And what's so great about them is it's essentially just a trail mix. Like, it's been, you know, trail mix has been around for decades, perhaps centuries. It's super great because I can hold it even in hot temperatures. They don't just melt on me, you know. And again, because it's trail mix, it's super versatile. So you can add whatever you want to it and make it your own. You can completely get rid of the peanuts and different nuts, and you can switch it for, say, like an all fruit option. You could do all dehydrated fruits. Or, I mean, hell, if you wanted, you could also do a full-on mobile charcuterie board and just do a bunch of fancy meat and cheeses. These are good nuts. See, I have a theory, and I don't know how much of it's true, but I have a deep theory that dogs, animals, horses, whatever, they can sense the electromagnetic waves that come from PEVs. Now, we all know, like, dogs react with bikes and cars and wheels, and they just like moving things. But have you ever noticed how other animals react? Because I've ridden e-bikes, e-boards, EUCs around all different types of animals. Horses, cats, dogs, ducks, all types of different birds. And I mean, some of them, they don't react at all, but just how animals can somehow sense storms coming. I don't have any proof of this, but it would make sense because storms, especially big lightning storms, also have something to do with electromagnetic waves of some type, and like the electricity they produce create something. They have to. That's gotta be Comment down below if you know something I don't, because I really got to get to the bottom of this. Kind of a sidetrack there, but yeah, it's super nice because you can swap it out with anything. If you want to go all veggie, all fruit, all meat, mix of both, mix of anything, you name it. Maybe throw a little sweet in there like I did. Because of how versatile it is, how much you can change it up, but it might not be the easiest to carry. Ooh, bike convoy. Gotta love those, man. Those are so cool to see. But because if I were to crash, I'm losing my snack everywhere, and if you've got something in there that's sticky, that's getting all over you. So with that, I will give it a 9.6. Man, I can't believe I called this area a racetrack. Like, yeah, this is one of the spots where I'm always seeing people. Unfortunately, there was a massive Jordan River Trail fire that just happened a couple days ago right near West Valley, and I haven't seen it yet, but I'm really worried for when I do see it. Yeah, it's always over there and over right here where I see most of the people that might not seem to be doing well, or something. I'm not sure. But that topic of nutty situations does bring me to my next snack, which is these Kroger sweet and salty granola bars. I'm only mentioning what I believe are the best snacks to bring on, so they're gonna be pretty high, and this is also on an EUC, on something else like an e-board, e-bike, where you have to use your hands for something. The trail mix might not be your best bet, so your score for it might be lower than mine. This one's super nice because unlike the trail mix, if you just want, it's not all spread out, the granola bar, it actually keeps together. So when you go to take a bite, man, that dude is crazy. I lived in a farm town in North Dakota called Gladstone. Itty bitty little town, nothing more than a main street bar and what else, but nah, dude, there was one guy growing up. My parents told me about how granted, this guy wasn't drunk, and it's not the middle of the night where, like, the story, my parents literally told me about a guy that left the bar and tried to walk home, but tripped on the rails and got ran over and was found the next morning dead. Like, that's crazy, man. Like, I don't mess with trains. After that, man, I treat railroad crossings like buses have to treat railroad crossings. Even if there's not a train and the things don't go down, they are required to stop, open the door, and look. As I'm sure you maybe remember as a kid if you had a rail crossing over your path, but like, I will stop, check, and keep going. Just don't mess with trains, man. Anyway, back to the food. No, they're super great. And just like the trail mix, if you don't want peanuts, or maybe say you don't want any sugar or anything, you just want like an electrolyte, like protein max health boost or something, or hey, like I said, or you could either do, like, instead of a bar, it could be a stick, like a jerky stick, or it could be literally just pieces of fruit leather. I don't know. Like, but this form of like handheld, individually wrapped, are just perfect. I think the only thing that keeps them from being perfect is the fact that they are individually wrapped. And so you've got this little piece of trash left with you. There are a lot of people that don't always care about trying to find a garbage can to throw it away in. And so it ends up on the trail for animals to eat it, or in general just polluting our ground and just making it look bad. And so I don't know if you can see it, but I put it in the same pouch that I grabbed it from. Because of that, I would probably give it a lower score of 9.2. Now, if there was a way where you could eat the package that it comes in, then it's perfect. Or it somehow dissolved and disappeared without leaving any waste as soon as it hits the ground, then could it be considered pollution at that point? But stuff like that doesn't exist yet, as far as I know. So, and while I fully agree, like, I definitely fully 110% agree that you need to treat others, you know, like, better than you want to be treated yourself. But, like, I feel like even saying that, not everybody really listens to it. Because that doesn't always stick with people. I like to tell people, well, imagine, what if you didn't just walk this trail? What if you were the one that built it? What if you were the one that spent the money and time to have people come out and take years to build this trail? And, like, I don't know, me personally, if that were me, I would be on the trail every day making sure it looks super nice. Sick ride, boss.
How are you?
Doing good, how about you?
Great. I've seen those around, and I was just like, God damn, man, like, you need a help.
Oh yeah, definitely. This one's not as fast as the crazy ones, but it gets up there.
Because even this, I take like side streets home, and
yeah.
I don't go faster than like 30. It's just like, I don't trust other people.
No, totally. Where am I? Oh, I love those little things. It may be gas, I don't give a f. It's just so nice. Like, it's vintage looking. It's got that vintage style that's just so classical sexy in the best way.
Safe out there.
Yeah, sorry, you too. Oh, sick. They got a bunch of birds. Oh, are those storks? They just chilling, living their best life. What are those ducks behind them? No, I don't think those are ducks. They're cool though. I see 5 of them. There's one behind the tree there, but I think there's 5, maybe a couple more storks over there, but Oh, there's some ducks. And then there's that Ferris wheel that I was talking about. Let's sit and ride around while we enjoy our snacks now that the bugs are gone. What's going on, man?
Oh, what's up, bro? How you doing tonight?
Doing good, bro. What's that?
Going on the ride tonight?
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah. Right on. How fast that one go? Fuck.
I got 55.
Did you put the fucking wheels right? Like
Yeah, I put them up, dude.
Yeah, fucking makes it work better. Huh?
Immediately, I was like,
You're like, holy shit. Yeah, fuck that. When I was riding that thing around, I was like, fuck, man, I'm gonna fall off.
right? Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
World of
as soon as you get
difference.
those wheels, you're like, oh shit, yeah, dude. Yeah.
Well, hell yeah, man. I'll see you tonight.
Right on, bro.
All right, y'all. Finally, while this one may not be a snack, I definitely don't go to any ride without it. And that is just a water bottle full of Gatorade. It just helps keep you hydrated. Honestly, it's so nice. And like, even if I go to a ride without any snacks, I'm definitely not going without a water bottle, that's for sure. But with that, y'all, we are burning daylight, so let's go ahead and get ready for the nines. This nines ride had to have had at least 700 people, all on amazing forms of micromobility. I wasn't doing anything bad, but cops did start following the ride, so before anything could get hectic, JD and I decided it was best to head out. We rode down Redwood, split up at some point, and almost immediately after, I was almost hit by a first responder's pickup. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Hey! 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 What the f*** is your problem, dude? Thankfully, he stopped just in time, but even with my lights, cars cannot see us, and that's why if I ever start a PE Volt night ride, I would be requiring lights and a helmet. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, we have PE Volt Rideout starting at Liberty Park every Sundays. Rollout is 1:15, so don't be late. Peace!